You know why that's good? I'm gonna tell you why that's good. Because as a white woman in that role, Iago is the ultimate Karen.
Oh my God.
Good morning. Hello. My name is Skye. I'm a member of the Hedge Pig Ensemble. I'm on the curatorial board for our Expand the Canon initiative, which is super dope, and you should check it out on our website. And you're going to be joining me today for a day in my life, which includes rehearsals, which is a bananas thing to be saying. But I was on a contract for the Shakespeare Theatre of New Jersey when COVID hit, and they were kind enough to let us stay on in housing during lockdown. And we've realized coming out of it that we're kind of perfectly poised to do COVID-era theater. We have actors who've been isolating together. We have an outdoor space where we can accommodate social distancing practices. And the regulations in New Jersey are such that we think they can keep us and our audiences safe. So we're doing it. And today you're going to be joining me, and I'm happy to answer any questions about that or Expand the Canon or anything else. So hit me up.
My name is Basil Rodericks, and I am a Hedge Pig Ensemble member since 2018.
My favorite song of all time is Heroes by David Bowie. I cry every time I listen to it.
If you could have any acting role, regardless of type, what would it be?
Like a role that I really want to play someday is Iago. Just because just like it's like that's a fun role. God, that's a fun role. I think there's so much to be explored in that play to do with race and gender, and like move, and like as you change, in particular, like how does that change that dynamic if like Iago's a woman? How does it change that dynamic if Iago is a white woman?
You know why that's good? I'm gonna tell you why that's good. Because as a white woman in that role, Iago is the ultimate Karen.
Oh my God.
Iago is such a Karen. We are doing a cabaret in which gender and any casting is off the table, and you do something that you would never be cast as. So it's going under the name as miscast. It's Ms. Cast. So if Othello were a musical, what song would Iago sing? Let it happen.
Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid.
One of my lab partners was a classically trained musician. We set out to writing songs, and one of the songs that we wrote got picked up by this independent label, and I recorded it. It charted in Billboard. Thank you very much. And I would be in the midday mixes, and I'd be like, oh my God, there I am on the radio.
Briefly, Expand the Canon is our initiative that we're working on. It's going to be kind of like a classical version of the Kilroy's list. So the idea being a curated list of plays written by women prior to loosely 1945, meant as a call to action to regional theaters and like international community theaters as well, to produce more plays by women, because people don't, especially within the classical canon. When we think of classical theater, our definition tends to be very narrow, very male, and very white, and very Western. So our hope is to expand that. We, as white American Western theater makers have such a narrow understanding of what is possible even on stage. There's just such incredible theater being made all over the world for so many hundreds of years that most of us just have no idea about. And this feels really tied into like all the stuff that's happening with Black Lives Matter and Dear White American Theater and all these things. So getting to sort of dig my toes in just like even the most minute way that I've been able to in these past few months reading all these plays has been really eye-opening, because I've learned about new forms of drama. I've experienced types of theater that I haven't, and that has been really eye-opening in terms of what is possible in an exciting way, and also like what are the holes in my own education and in my own repertoire and in my own understanding of what makes good theater, which is very Western and very white, and that's unfortunate, and that is something that I can fix.
I'm excited about Expand the Canon. You've done amazing work in Expand the Canon, so I will leave it there.
It's so easy to get beaten down by this business and to remember why you do it. Oh, it's because you love it, and it's because you love connecting with people and embodying these stories and that empathy and that joy.
And the one thing that I learned, which I also learned at Hedgepig, it's just my rule of thumb: if you don't go on stage and make a fool of yourself, you ain't did nothing. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. All characters are written so that they have made a fool of themselves at some point, and there's just no way to play a character safe. So you really have to let it go. You have any tips?
For being a swank?
Which I could never do. Could never do.
It's a job. Just assume you're gonna go on weeks before you think you're actually gonna have to go on. Be prepared to go on the day before the opening. The 2 shows, I was in one and I was the swing for the other, and a stomach flu went through our cast. And I went on opening day after running through the show one time. And so it happens.
Which Shakespeare are you? Which Shakespeare play are you, and why?
This question stressed me out, so what I did is I just texted all my friends and said, what Shakespeare play am I? And the answer was apparently As You Like It. One of the shows I'm working on, I'm playing Rosalind in some of the Shakespeare scenes for As You Like It, and I do identify with that sort of neurotic, like intense, verbose thing that she has going. There's a particular type of Shakespeare heroine in a lot of the rom-coms of likes words, is pretty smart, is pretty outgoing, but also like talks too fast, and also like can come on pretty strong, and also like always just says too many things, and I identify with that. I
would be the Tempest, because I've been quarantined. I don't have a daughter. I have a goddaughter who is very precious, and I also have this situation with my landlord, which is absurd. And I feel like he's circling this island, like just waiting to pounce. So I'm Buddhist, so I have this little Gohansan that I chant in front of every day and ring bells, and it just looks wizardly to other people who aren't familiar with it. So I'm ready to be Prospero. Again, what show's coming up?
Go to the Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey.org. We're doing a couple one-acts. It's going to be super fun, low-key, outside, very socially distanced, very CDC compliant. It's been really fun, and I hope...
Best of luck. Bye, everybody. Thanks.